Let's begin part 2 of the chapter The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. Now, the author says, he ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Now, word meanings first. Gaily. Gaily means happily. Abreast of someone or something means ahead of them. Attracted by the little insects and worms that were teeming out. To teem out means to come out in large number. So the weather was pleasant, even the insects and worms were enjoying the sunshine, the pleasant weather. He ran towards his parents as he was called by them. His parents said, "Come, child, come onto the footpath." Though he came there, yet he was attracted by the little insects. So you can see how deep understanding Mulk Raj Anand had of child psychology. He knows very well what kind of things attract a child. Tiny things, little things. Now, earlier we read about dragonflies, butterflies, and here we have insects and worms. "Come, child, come," his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. The child is quite obedient. As soon as he is called by his parents, he would move towards them immediately, suppressing his desires to see one or the other thing. Now, called from the shade of a grove. Grove is, you can say, a garden, a fruit garden without any weeds, without any unwanted plants. On the edge, corner of a well. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove. Now, you imagine you are entering a place and suddenly a rain of flower petals is showered upon you. So, of course, you will be extremely happy. So, the child also experienced the same thing, and he forgot about his parents and started collecting the flower petals in his hands. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove, and forgetting his parents, he began to gather the raining petals in his hands. But lo! Lo is an interjection which is used to attract attention or to express surprise. The dove! The dove! The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents, shouting. Suddenly he heard the sound made by doves and ran towards his parents, of course, to see the doves. The dove! The dove! The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. That means he forgot about the petals he had been collecting in his hands. "Come, child, come," they called to the child. Every now and then they were taking care of their child, that he must not get lost in the crowd. They called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers. Capers, it is an edible shrub. Capers round the banyan tree, and gathering him up, they took the child with them. They took the narrow winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. So finally they headed towards their destination through a winding footpath. What do you mean by winding? In spiral shape. Winding footpath which led to which took them to the fair through the mustard fields. That means they crossed the mustard field too. It came on their way. See you in the next module. Thank you.